Oh no. Tails, get back!
Sonic the Hedgehog fans received a new and beloved adaptation of their favorite video game character through Paramount's film franchise, which finds Sonic a resident of Green Hills alongside the town's sheriff, who helps him defeat Dr. Robotnik on more than one occasion. Sonic has met and befriended familiar faces throughout the previous films, including Tails and Knuckles. Together, they create Team Sonic, dedicating their time to protecting the Master Emerald. However, the upcoming Sonic 3 promises to introduce new characters, including the team's greatest adversary, Shadow the Hedgehog. However, Sonic is notorious for befriending his enemies and showing them the light. If the franchise is to continue, it will need more villains in the future. In today's video, we'll discuss potential characters who could be teased as the villains for Sonic 4.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
This is a bad idea.
Number 1. Rouge the Bat. One of the most highly anticipated characters in the Sonic film franchise is Rouge the Bat. She's a morally gray character who toes the line between good and evil, often changing sides based on which alliance will benefit her most. Rouge has many game appearances as a recurring franchise member, adding to her credibility and checkered past. Rouge is a well-known jewel thief who has served as a part-time government spy for the President of the United Federation and has worked closely with the Guardian units of nations. She is a world-renowned treasure hunter with a particular fondness for jewels, such as the Master Emerald and Chaos Emeralds, which she is always fixated on. In her role as a spy, Rouge is skilled in combat, stealth, and infiltration, and she possesses exceptional kicking power and the ability to fly. Rouge remains a mystery as her true intentions are often unclear. In reality, she usually prioritizes her interests. She possesses remarkable intelligence, a sharp wit, and a captivating presence, which she uses to achieve her goals. Once she sets her sights on something, she pursues it relentlessly, regardless of the consequences. Despite her seemingly carefree demeanor, she is a pragmatic individual with mercenary motivations. Nevertheless, she remains loyal to her inner circle and has played a crucial role in assisting Sonic the Hedgehog and his allies in saving the world on multiple occasions. The franchise has a recurring theme: Sonic reasons with or redeems his enemies, encouraging them to reconsider their actions and help him fight for the greater good. He succeeded with Knuckles and will likely do the same with Shadow. Rouge would be the perfect villain to follow this pattern, allowing her to become an occasional ally for Sonic to call on when her specific skills are necessary. Rouge's fascination with the Chaos Emeralds could also play into the franchise's overarching storyline, as she could search for the jewels that went missing at the end of Sonic 2.
Paradox Prism?
Legend speaks of untold power, and it's buried deep within the Green Hill bedrock.
Number 2. Silver the Hedgehog. Although his stories add another layer to the video games by introducing alternate realities and time travel, Silver the Hedgehog is one of the most well-known allies of Sonic, as he's a sincere hero with the best intentions, even if that puts him at odds with the primary protagonists. In the distant future, Silver emerges from a world 200 years ahead of our time. His primary objective is to safeguard the future by rectifying past calamities that could ruin it. This noble mission frequently brings him into contact with Sonic and the rest of his companions and allies, utilizing his extraordinary telekinetic abilities, which are commonplace in his era. Silver can manipulate the environment with the sheer power of his mind, making him a formidable force in his quest to preserve the sanctity of time. Silver is a compassionate and well-intentioned person, motivated by a deep commitment to justice and the restoration of peace. However, he can be naive and immature at times. Despite facing daunting challenges, he remains optimistic and is dedicated to safeguarding the world. Unfortunately, Sonic and his friends are often at the center of world-ending events, because Silver has to choose how to interact with them carefully if he wants to protect his home. However, introducing Silver into the franchise could open the door to dive deeper into Sonic's past and future, explaining how his minuscule choices could have changed his life forever. Silver would likely appear as an antagonist, as he would get in Sonic's path to prevent him from stopping Dr. Robotnik, so the flow of time could continue on its natural course. However, Sonic and the others would soon realize that Silver only has good intentions, and may choose to work with him rather than against him to find a compromise that benefits the present and the future.
Yeah!
Number 3. Metal Sonic. Since Sonic became a prominent character, his story has coincided with Dr. Robotnik's. The longtime adversaries wouldn't exist without the other. So it's no surprise that their film counterparts are continuously at odds. In the first film, Dr. Robotnik is contacted by the government to investigate the mysterious power outage that overtook Green Hills. However, when he learns about Sonic and his power, he does everything he can to apprehend the Hedgehog, leading to his actions in the sequel, where he recruits Knuckles and obtains the Master Emerald. Sonic and his allies ultimately foiled Robotnik on both occasions. In the trailer for Sonic 3, however, they approach the eccentric inventor for aid despite knowing that he could betray them at any moment. Robotnik agrees to help them in return for one of Sonic's quills, which is charged with his energy. With a copy of Sonic's DNA and power, Robotnik could create his magnum opus from the games, Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic was designed with one goal in mind: to eliminate Sonic. This robotic doppelganger is almost indistinguishable from the real Hedgehog, capable of mimicking his actions and reaching speeds that match or surpass Sonic's. Created by Eggman, Metal Sonic is considered one of his most impressive inventions. Although he was first defeated during his first game appearances, he continued to reappear as Eggman's formidable weapon, challenging Sonic and his friends. Metal Sonic typically acts as Eggman's obedient and quiet enforcer. However, beneath his silent exterior lies an intelligent robot with a dark side. He is a cold-hearted, aggressive, and ruthless killer who is fixated on proving his superiority to Sonic and eliminating him for good. Metal Sonic has even rebelled against Eggman multiple times in pursuit of his goal. Despite his efforts, he always fails, only to come back even more powerful than before. Metal Sonic continues to be one of Sonic's most formidable adversaries. In the film franchise, he can also turn against his creator, again forcing Robotnik and Sonic to work together to prevent the robot from destroying the world.
You know Metal Sonic, right?
Number 4. Black Doom. The origins of Shadow the Hedgehog heavily inspired Sonic 3. The trailer for the film witnesses the moments from his creation to the devastating loss of his close friend Maria, who dies at the hands of government operatives. The film will follow Shadow's escape from captivity and attempted destruction of the world. In the original video game, he experienced amnesia. He believed his actions would give revenge to Maria and her grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, who Shadow viewed as his family and dearest friends. However, Shadow is convinced to stop his pursuit, and in another installment, he goes on a journey to recover his lost memories and learn more about his creation. Along the way, he meets an entity known as Black Doom, someone who donated his DNA to Gerald Robotnik to aid in the creation of Shadow and further development of the Shadow Project. Black Doom is the evil head of the Black Arms and the creator of his species. Over millennia, Doom schemed to spread fear on Earth and exploit the human population as servants and resources for his people. At some point, he met Gerald Robotnik, who promised that Shadow would bring Black Doom the 7 Chaos Emeralds in 50 years. However, when working with Black Doom, Shadow realizes his evil plans for Earth and decides to oppose him instead, ultimately saving the world. Introducing Black Doom into the franchise could easily blend the third and fourth films while flawlessly continuing Shadow's narrative and giving Sonic an even stronger enemy to face during his next adventure.
I helped him, and he promised to deliver me the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
The Sonic film franchise has successfully brought beloved characters to life and introduced them to a new generation. With the promise of new characters and potential villains in future installments, fans are excited and eager to see which villains may debut next. It will be interesting to see how the storyline and character dynamics evolve in Sonic 3 and beyond, especially with the involvement of more prominent characters from the franchise. Unfortunately, we can't know what's in store for Team Sonic until the film's release, but the fans remain eager to see what's next for the franchise.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
There's been a high-level security breach.